What's going on, everybody? It's Joe here. Before we get in the mix with Black History Month Week 2, I have an announcement. Junior High Campus Ministries is launching Life Groups next week. Now, Life Groups is an interest-based small group, and they'll be meeting on Zoom for now, but essentially, if you're interested in a particular hobby, a particular career, we want to make community around that. You have the opportunity to meet new friends that share the same interests as you. And at Campus Ministries, the core of what we do is to bring people closer to God and to each other. Building community is a sacred act, and we're excited to begin doing that next week. The first life group we're launching is the Future Medical Professionals Life Group. And Brianna is going to be sharing a little bit about that after me. But in the next few weeks, I'll be giving you more information on what it looks like if you want to launch your own life group and host one yourself. And we'll be working with you to create community. And so Brianna, explain to us, what is this first life group happening?
Hi everyone, my name is Brianna Perez and I'm here to talk to you today about the Future Medical Professionals Life Group being launched this month. This life group is all about creating a safe space for students who are interested in entering the medical field to not only explore different careers within the field, but also learn about the demands and focus of the industry. This group gives like-minded individuals a chance to branch out and meet other students that share common interests and career goals. In this group, we would delve into specific careers in the healthcare industry. Some examples include neurosurgeons, forensic pathologists, pediatricians, endovascular surgical neuroradiologists, and of course many more. We would listen to undergrad and graduate students in addition to professionals talk about their experiences and what drew them to their preferred specialty. Students would also learn about different disorders, diseases, bacteria, and viruses that negatively impact the human body, as well as different medical procedures to treat specified illnesses. And if any of this interests you, or if you think you may be interested in this, feel free to come to our first official meeting February 17th at 2:50 p.m. That's right after school. There we'll start learning about the first career that we'll be looking to, and we'll decide on the group's regular meeting dates and times. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to message me on my relay. I'd be happy to answer them. I look forward to seeing you all at our first meeting. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Alexis Glass and welcome to LLA Junior High Black History Month Chapel.
I am strong and full of life. I am steadfast, no compromise. I lift myself to the sky. I'm gonna catch the wind. I'm gonna catch the wind. I am bold, no fear inside. Spread my wings, open my eyes. Like an eagle whose home is the sky. I'm gonna catch the wind. I'm gonna catch the wind. And your faithfulness will never let me down. And I'm confident I see your goodness now. And I know you hear my heart, I'm singing out. There's nothing that can stop your goodness now. Sing, I am bold. I am bold, no fear inside. Spread my wings, open my eyes. Like an eagle, whose home is the sky. I'm gonna catch the wind, catch the wind. Your faithfulness will never let me down. And I'm confident, I'll see your goodness now. And I know you hear my heart, and I know you hear my heart. I'm singing out. Oh, there's nothing that can stop your goodness now. Like standing on the edge of a mountain top, I can feel the wind stirring, lifting me up high. I was born into freedom, I was made to fly. I am strong and full of life, and I am steadfast, no compromise. I lift my sails to the sky. I'm gonna catch the wind. I'm gonna catch the wind. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna catch the wind. And your faithfulness will never let me down. And I'm confident, I'll see your goodness now. And I know you hear my heart, and I know you hear my heart. I'm singing out. Oh, there's nothing that can stop your goodness now. You're so good, God.
Hello everyone, my name is Soraya Green, and for chapel today I'll be making cinnamon rolls. Now cinnamon rolls, they aren't exactly a family recipe, but we took a regular recipe and made it vegan, so technically it still runs in the family. I hope you all enjoy.
everyone, my name is Micah Boyce, and today we are going to take a moment to explore some Black films. So there are many films out there that touch on Black history and Black lives. Movies like Hidden Figures, Roots, Selma, 42, The Color Purple, etc. These movies span over 400 years of history that touch on many aspects of Black lives. Stories told of slavery, civil rights, and Jim Crow. American history, Black history, of people who fought for freedom, like stories portrayed in Alex Haley Roots, 12 Years a Slave, or Glory. Though these stories are hard to watch, these stories give you a glimpse into the lives and history of this country and into the lives of Black people. Fast forwarding to the civil rights and Jim Crow in movies like Selma, The Great Debaters, and Something the Lord Made. These stories tell of Dr. Martin Luther King and the efforts to the signing of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, talented young debaters, and Dr. Vivian Thomas, who pioneered modern surgery. Topics like segregation, which you can see in Hidden Figures, which is about 3 brilliant African American women who worked at NASA and their battle with racism, sexism, and their drive to achieve something that most people didn't believe they could achieve. And 42, which is about Jackie Robinson, the first Black athlete to play in Major League Baseball, facing racism on all sides. There are movies that are set in modern day times or based on things that have happened, like The Hate U Give, which is about a young girl who witnessed a fatal shooting of her childhood best friend and her journey to find her voice and protest against police brutality. Then there's another story, When You See Us, which is based off the Central Park Five, which are a group of Black boys who were wrongly accused in 1989, and then years later, they found out they never committed the crime and released of all charges in 2002. Black Panther, which was directed and written by an African American male named Ryan Coogler. There are also stories like Coming to America or The 5 Heartbeats and Dreamgirls, which are 2 musicals based on 2 music groups and their stories. Malcolm X, which is a tribute to the Black activist and leader of the struggle for Black liberation. And these are all Black stories. So there are many more great movies, shows, and music that make stories come alive. The rich history of Black culture and Black influence that has helped shape our American history. These amazing stories show pain, suffering, sadness, triumph, and victory. This month, I encourage you to watch some of these movies with your parents and learn a little bit more about Black history, American history.
Breath without a sound is just air. I am not air. I was born with a sound. God gave me a sound. My sound is distinct. My sound is unique. My sound is mine. From my cries to my screams, I have meaning. It comes out of me so loud and so clear, no matter if the entire atmosphere is filled with other sounds, my meaning matters. And so, from the depth of my belly to the top of my lungs, I will speak my meaning. I will speak my meaning. I will speak my meaning. I will be heard. From the lowest valley to the highest mountain, from the deepest ocean to the ends of the universe, I will be heard. And I matter. I am a voice.
This morning, we have the honor of having one of your teachers share with us the worship thought. And she loves you very, very much. It is no other than Miss Mackenzie. And she's going to be sharing with us about African Americans who have made a positive contribution to American culture. Can we give it up in the chat? Love in the chat for Miss Mackenzie. Please, love in the chat. Let's listen up.
This week, we continue celebrating Black History Month by highlighting and marking African American individuals that have made positive contributions to American society and culture. In my search, I came across many interesting individuals. I'd like to share a quick overview of a few of them before sharing the person that I settled on. The name of James Alexander Childs. Mr. Childs was a civil rights attorney who was among the first to argue a case before the United States Supreme Court. This took place in the year 1910. This was well before Thurgood Marshall argued his case in the Supreme Court. Another individual that I came across was Rosetta Douglas Sprague. She was the daughter and assistant to her father, who happened to be a great abolitionist, Frederick Douglass. Another two individuals that I came across were individuals by the name of Martin Leslie Cook and Alfred McKenzie. And no, he's not any relation to me. But these two individuals were pilots and members of the famed and elite Tuskegee Airmen. These two were among the pioneers of the Black military aviation crew, and they also fought for freedoms during the civil rights movements of the 1960s. Another individual that I came across is Irene Morgan. Though many of you may know who the lady is up in the top center, Irene Morgan is an unnamed hero in the civil rights movements. She, like Rosa Parks, refused to give up her seat, protesting the inequality in public transportation. Another individual was by the name of Terrence Roberts. Terrence Roberts was a young civil rights activist who was part of the group called the Little Rock Nine. This group was instrumental in helping to desegregate public schools in Arkansas. Their courage sparked a change across this nation. Sheila Jackson Lee is the individual that I chose. A wife, a mother, a grandmother, an attorney, and a United States Congresswoman. Another individual you probably have never heard of. Mrs. Lee has been named an influential and forceful voice in Washington, D.C. Mrs. Lee, who represents the 18th Congressional District of Texas, an area covering Houston, is currently serving her 14th term in the House of Representatives. Mrs. Lee is considered by many to be an influential and forceful voice in Washington, D.C., and still others hold her up as the voice of reason. Mrs. Lee has authored and introduced many bills to Congress and has overseen the passage of those bills. These bills have been instrumental in creating or reauthorizing policies that protect those that need it. Among the bills she has worked to get passed or reauthorized include policies that protect others against violence, particularly violence against women and against children. Mrs. Lee's energy and dedication is tireless and very intentional. She has also been instrumental in being a force for change in the areas of transportation security, as well as immigration and prison reform. The work of Congresswoman Lee has led to her being named one of the 50 most effective members of Congress, written in the Congressional Quarterly, while U.S. News and World Report have named her one of the 10 most influential legislators in the United States House of Representatives. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science from Yale University with honors in the first graduating class that included women. This was followed by a JD, which is a Juris Doctor, from the law school at the University of Virginia. The individuals mentioned today varied in so many ways. They were different in ages, when they tackled inequality and unfairness. They lived in different eras, their ages varied, and they lived in different parts of America. But there is one golden thread that ties all of these individuals together. They were, are, or have been members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I take this time to acknowledge the work that each of these individuals have put in so that our nation could be better. More than this, the Bible tells us, if God be for us, that is more than the world against us. The individuals, including Mrs. Lee, overcame great obstacles and have made history. I encourage you to thrive where you are planted. Stand for God in the situations that you find yourself, and God will stand with you and use you to glorify His name. At the end of the day, we recognize that we have been created to glorify God. This is best done by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with one another. Thank you for joining us as we have once again taken a week to celebrate Black History Month. Have a good weekend and have a blessed Sabbath.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky.
Let it
resound.
Let it resound.
Loud as the rolling sea.
I like this part right here. Come on.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on.
Let us march on.
Till victory is won.
Now we add a little something to it. Just to encourage you. We're going to take it to church later. Let's go.
We'll keep marching right until the victory is won.
To all my brothers out there.
Hold your head up, brother, till the victory is won.
To all my sisters in the struggle.
Keep believing, sister, till the victory is won.
Till that day.
Till that day comes.
Hey.
Let us march on
To victory.
till victory is won. Is won.
Thank you, Miss Mackenzie, and to all our participants in today's episode of Chapel Online Black History Month, Week 2. I'm excited for the 2 more weeks that we have to be celebrating Black History Month. Other than that, I hope that maybe if any of you are interested in joining the life group, Future Medical Professionals, the meeting is on Wednesday. If you have any questions, ask Brianna about that or DM us on our Instagram at Campus Ministries JH. I hope you have a great weekend. Peace, love, and blessings. We'll catch you in the next one.